Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Career Mode. This is episode number 11 now, and we are here to start things off with a sim game in the FA Cup against Shrewsbury Town. Obviously, I was going to sim this one in the FA Cup and blah, 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 and it's Shrewsbury as well. Anyway, I want to start things off by saying thank you guys on the last episode for the amount of suggestions you gave me towards getting a new sentiment to replace Kasami. Of course, if you haven't seen the last episode, which I just spoiled, Kasami handed in his transfer request and left that episode to Everton for, I think it was $9.5 million. Now, with the money to spend, we had to bring in someone new, and there were some great suggestions in the comments. I looked at every single possibility that there was, and with some, it was either they had recently joined a club, they were on loan, they were going to be too much, and they weren't worth how much I would have to pay for them in some cases. So I was ending up going through a lot of players, and eventually, finally came to the decision of trying at least to get Grucic. I believe he was the best option, and I probably just butchered his name. But yeah, I believed he was the best attempt to go for, and I tried to get him on a bargain here, assuming the only reason he's 54 grand a week is because Liverpool don't want to lose him. So that's why I tried for that, well, that 2.6 million or whatever it was. Anyway, we're going to move on here. We have a game against Rotherham at home. As you can see, the title hunt is still close between us and Aston Villa. Just 2 points between us with Sheffield Wednesday. Not that far away. Just 5 points back from us. A loss here could really benefit them in trying to hunt us down. Anyway, here's our lineup for this game. As you can see, same old, same old. Lansbury, Neves, Pereira, with Asambalonga up front. A dangerous lineup, and a lineup that will probably bring us success in this game. Rotherham, meanwhile, are not really anywhere in the table, I don't believe. I can't remember. The table literally came up, and I don't think they were in the top 12, so that gives me confidence in this matchup. And here we go. We get the 22nd minute. We get an incredible backheel back into play there. Balls into Asambalonga, who's at an awkward angle, and I think he might have been looking for a shot that would get deflected and end up being almost an empty net. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Move on out of the second half. It's Asambalonga again. He gets a pass to him. He's at a good angle, and it takes a deflection. Ends up in the back of the net. Asambalonga, though, will take that goal and kick things off in the second half by going 1-0 up. It is incredible having people like Asambalonga and Bentner up front. These two guys are just phenomenal, as you saw in the squad report. Asambalonga continuing to grow this season, and that is all I want out of him. Now we move on here. We get a interesting tackle by Lamb there, and you can just see we're trying to do anything possible to keep Rotherham away from getting the ball, and Wellenruth that comes out. We get all sorts of mess in the box, and Rotherham out of it are able to equalize the situation. I cannot put into words what just happened. It was so quick that everything just went to hell. They missed a slide tackle here. Wellenruth tries to slide it out, takes a shot, gets intercepted to a slide tackle, but it falls right back to them. They take another shot, beats Wellenruth, and I can't tell who that is. I think that's Lamb maybe, who misses the slide tackle and equalizes it up. And we move on here late now. Asambalonga takes a shot, and it gets saved. A one-on-one situation. Asambalonga cannot be missing those. Now it's the 90th minute. Desperation. Asambalonga past the defender. He's still got speed. He hits it, and it's in the back of the net. It was close, and it almost came down to the wire. But once again, in the 90th minute, a little bit of script goes our way. Asambalonga able to use what little pace he had left, what little stamina he had left, and smash that into the corner to enable the 2-1 win for us. Look at that. Such a good shot, and the Rotherham keeper had come out so far that there was almost no way he was going to be able to stop him. They have one last shot here. It hits the bar. They're trying to stop it in any way, shape, or form. That one just goes wide. That was an intense ending. Rotherham really could have got the point there, but thankfully it went wide, and we were able to hold on to a 2-1 win. A game that we certainly should have won easily. Turned out to be one of the more intense games we've had this season, but thankfully we still walk out with another 3 points to help us in our quest to become the Premier League champions. Now we move on to deadline day here. Right off the bat, while they've rejected our offer, we came back with 4.5 and they told us they wanted 6.5. So here we go. We're going to have to send in a very high 6.5 million offer for Grucic. It is a bit costly, but I still believe that he is someone who can be like Kasami in the way that he can still bring a good amount to the midfield while not being maybe the leading role that Kasami was. They accept the offer, thankfully. Thank you very much, Liverpool, for giving up one of your better youth players, and Marko Grucic is now a member of the Nottingham Forest team on deadline day. Now, I was meaning to show Doucouré and De Ligt's stats, and I haven't showed them for a while. So here you go. Obviously, Doucouré's and De Ligt's are not going to be that good because they're 64 and 65 rated. But as you can see from their ages, they got loads of time left to build, and hopefully we can have them in the 70s by maybe Season 2 or Season 3. And there's Grucic, 73 rating. That is first team quality. It's what I expect. You know, it's a few more ratings lower than Kasami, but at the end of the day, the guy we're going to be relying on now in the midfield was always going to be Lansbury if Kasami left, and it was never going to be someone like Grucic. Anyway, I'm glad that we got someone young and good as well. So once again, thank you guys for all the suggestions, and don't worry, the people who we didn't sign, I am going to be looking into for next season, because I know heading into the Prem, I can't be relying on Grant and Cash and Vaughan, people like that, because they're either too young and too shit, or too old and getting shit. It's a kind of a lost for there. But anyway, game against Nottingham Forest. Yeah, we're playing with ourselves. Bad choice of words. Game against Villa. Intense game here. First against second. Villa win this, and I believe they close the gap, because I think they lost their game where we won it, or they drew it, or something like that. But now it is good news for us. If we get a win here, we can really extend away from them, and we get a penalty early on here. I thought it was for a dodgy tackle on Bentner, and I didn't realize until right now, editing this video, what the reason for the penalty was. As you can see here, I have no idea how to pronounce his name, Glushanov or something like that. He takes out Grant in the challenge. That steps up Bentner to the spot, and the keeper saves it. I think I showed the little thing where it said the new signings, and well, whoever he is, he's just done an incredible job for them. Makes the save. A little bit later on, Bentner runs into the box, and oh, Lord Bentner's back again. We've been on about how his form has been dipping over these last few episodes, but Lord Bentner with a goal that he would be proud of. A goal that we expect from Bentner as he nets number 9 of the season. Could be number 10 had he not missed that penalty earlier. But as you can see, everyone here, the team happy and the crowd ecstatic. Bentner strikes again. Look at that. Just such a nice goal. Nothing really the keeper could do. Awkward angle. And it's Bentner, who has played incredible this entire season, back at it again. With the incredible form that we expect from him. Cohen here plays up to Grucic. It's the second half now. As you can see, we find Bentner in the gap. Bentner takes a shot, and oh my! It was such a good goal. The keeper didn't even move. What a goal. And I believe that was Grucic in his first game getting an assist, and a key assist that puts us 2 goals up. Bentner knew he was offside, ran back onside, was able to get the ball just before he went back offside. And look at that, just such an easy shot. And the keeper thought it was going wide until it winds its way into the corner and ends up being 2-0. This is the best chance Villa had all game. Comes to Mika Richards, and Wellenreuther catches on his hands so easily. And well, that was it. 2-0 against Villa, our closest rivals in second place, and we're able to beat them in a very easy fashion. 2-0, there was no real scares from them either. We were just having to keep on to that lead and just making sure that we didn't get caught in the counter-attack, which we didn't. And before you know it, we've won a game 2-0. And there we go, our lead in the championship will extend. Now we've got Norwich to finish off this episode. A team who at the start of this season were up where we were. Now you can see they are 13 points behind us, as we are now 7 points ahead of the nearest team. I think that was Sheffield Wednesday, who we have a game in hand over as well. But I believe Aston Villa are also 7 points behind us and are on the same levels of games as us. So there we go. It's pretty much 7 points to Villa, because Wednesday, of course, have the game in hand over us all. But here we go. 4-1-4-1 again. Pretty much almost exactly the same lineup as the one against Villa. And this game made me realize how incredible the combination, as Lansbury here gets the opening goal through a rebound that almost became Grucic's goal. But this game right here made me realize how amazing the combination of Bentner, Lansbury, and Osborne is. These 3 guys are incredible. We've got MSN, we've got whatever it is, BBC or whatever it is. But these guys are incredible at what they do, and that was a very near goal later going in. I think it got saved. I'm not sure if it got saved by Wellenreuther, and then I can't remember exactly. But you see, you're seeing it there. It's Lansbury who gets a pass. Bentner's able to get on the end of it eventually and knocks it in the back of the net for number 11 of the season. Lord Bentner, 3 in his last 2. Bentner's back on form. This is what we want. This is the Nicholas Bendtner that we expect. Here he is again, netting another goal. No transfer offers for him in January, and that was disappointing to me. But you know what? I'm okay with it because, well, this man is incredible. As long as he stays at the squad, I'm happy with that. But see, look at the link up there. Lansbury plays an incredible ball to Osborne. He's able to run all the way into the box there. Finds Bendtner. Bendtner takes the shot. There's the trio working right there. He passes it across the box. It finds Grucic. Takes a save. And Grucic, in his second game for the team, gets us a goal. A complete domination there. We were just in their box, and we could just find so many gaps in their box. And, well, it was 3-0. Grucic in just his second game getting a goal. I believe he also netted an assist in this game, though I'm not 100% sure about that. What I can tell you is Lansbury played incredible, Osborne played incredible, and Bendtner has played incredible once more. Those three guys are a deadly combination, and I would even go as far as arguing that in the Prem, they could give a team a run for their money because those three are really, really good together. I don't know what it is, but they just love to link up, and I'm happy to keep on playing them if I'm going to get that kind of combination from them. Anyway, there we go. We're heading off the episode now with the table. You can see down at the bottom, things are still what they always were, but at the top, we are 7 points ahead of Sheffield Wednesday of Aston Villa, and it's looking like the season might be going to us, and that gives me great confidence. But that's going to end this episode of Cream Mode. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.